Perfect timing. Back whole new year. Everything sounds awesome. Turn around this back part. Boom. Oh, it has been a good time off. I've enjoyed myself. Once again, let me introduce myself. Hey, I'm Louis Porter Jr. Thank you for watching our newest episode of Transparency Agenda Daily. Jesus, it happens to go for a week, kind of. And now you can really get all tongue twisted. So, hey, everybody. It's good to see everybody back. I'm very thankful for it being back. It's been a crazy little bit of time off, which I've been thoroughly enjoying, which I'm so glad we had some time off. I needed that time off. It was very, very good. First and foremost, let me just tell everybody, if you did not know, we did a great show last Friday. It was for the Shadowlands Kickstarter. You can see it. Let me throw a link up. I can do it. I can throw a link up. I'll do it. Actually, that's the link that I'll put in the show notes, of course. But you could go back and watch it. It's really great. It's a great little interview. Lots of good stuff going on. Very enjoyable. So today, since I said it's late, and I was like, hey, what do I want to talk about? Let's talk about since it's Tuesday, we're supposed to be a business day, but let's talk about something fun and something a little interesting. Let's talk about business, but let's talk about more like something kind of cool. So I put up this thread on the Pathfinder RPG page on Facebook. I guess I should put a link for it. So yeah, boom. Put a link right now. And I was asking people just some feedback because I'm like, okay, here's a cool idea I want to do because I want to start doing more cool things. But this is the year I've decided I'm going to be pushing myself in all kinds of new and interesting ways to do cool stuff. Boom. One of the cool things I'm going to do is start putting out more products. And with that, I wanted to do a third-party hybrid book for a very long time. It really came to me about I want to do, I guess I'll have to put this in there too, since I'm talking about it now. See how the notes get started out quickly? Back, you all know that we did a lovely third-party class called the Machine Smith, which has done very well and has been, I guess, a decent seller, well, more than decent seller, at RPG Now, but also at D20 PFSRD, which you can check out the Machine Smith. I'm going to put the link in here because I'm really cool like that, where you can actually get the entire class, 100% the class. You can look at it for free, look at all the stuff, everything there is for free, or if you feel like it, you can always support us by buying the PDF. We do appreciate you buying the PDF. That's how we actually stay in business. So you can have it for free. It's there. I'll put the link here for you guys to check it out on Facebook. So just in case people are watching on YouTube, all the stuff will also be in the thread, of course, on the YouTube page. But on Facebook, you like to do it as we go, so it keeps a nice little recurring thread. So with that, I kept saying, geez, I'd like to see more cool classes, and that's why we did the Protean Scribe, which we did not put up at D20 PFSRD as free. We probably will. We're going to probably be doing some more stuff. It's one of those classes that the more people seem to play it, the more people seem to like it. So it's like, we could do some interesting stuff here. But I digress. So here we are doing that kind of fun stuff. And I asked a question today for everybody. This whole hive mind idea was, hey, what third-party classes would you like to see turned into hybrid classes, and why? I did the and why because I'm kind of interested in what people want to do. So first off, Matthew Campbell. Actually, I should put the link for it here. That's a share, but I don't know if this is going to be right. I hope I can get this right. If I don't, this won't be the first time I've been wrong. So, boom. If you see it there, well, did I get it right? Dude, got it right. I must actually know what I'm doing once in a while when I'm not drinking. I could give it a cool name, like third-party hybrid question. That's a 3. So, one of the people, let me just put the link here. One of the guys responded, Matthew Campbell. He said, Tinkerer Gunslinger. I'm like, Then he goes, Tinkerer - Inquisitor / Paladin / Cleric. Any one of those interchangeable. And he puts, kind of cool, he goes, the Holy Craftsman's making robot angels. And I'm like, that sounds awesome. I don't know about most people, but that sounds kind of awesome. That's kind of like, that's a cool hybrid. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I think it's a cool hybrid. I was like, okay, very cool. Cliff Maxwell's next book goes, why hybrids? And of course, me being my true self, I'm like, why not? So there he goes. And Cliff Maxwell goes, just curious. Why not just third-party classes with being mainstream? Maybe a different post for a different time. That's a good idea. Maybe it is a different post for a different time. Matt, I think I pronounced it Tuzio, I think it's pronounced Tuzio. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. He says, "Oh man, great question. I was just thinking about hybrid classes this morning. I'm the same way. I think about it a lot. So it's like it just pops up like, ooh, that'd be a kind of cool thing." And he goes, "One idea I had, and I like this idea a lot. When I saw it, I was like, ooh, this is brilliant." He goes, "One idea I had was alchemist plus cleric equals the physician, an atheist healer who uses science instead of divine magic." Which of course has a lot of cool ideas with that. So I'm gonna give that one a +1 because I like that. I like that one a lot. It came to me like that. I was like, I like that combination. And it's kind of like, even though we wanted third-party stuff, it's still just a good idea. It's a good idea. Why not? It's a good idea. It works, it works. So then Robert J. Grady did Battlemaster Magister. Now I think both of those are both Owen's classes, Owen Casey Stevens. Let me see if I can actually check these out real quick. Boom. Pathfinder. Internet just perfect. Because I mean, half the stuff you just type a couple things. Boom. I don't see it in here. It says OGL, but it says War Master, no Battlemaster. But I think it's Owen's. Let me scroll. I'm scrolling down the bottom of this list. And this Ventures guy. Yeah, it's one of the Super Genius. I knew it was Owens. It sounded familiar. So, and the Magister. Close enough. Magister. I cannot pronounce it right. There you go. Magister. Yeah, Magister. So that's what we get. Owen. Boom. Boom. This actually is in the Pathfinder SRT. So let me put it real quick. Jeez. So that means you got a lot of things open. You start going through stuff like, oh, let me put this in. 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 A lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff you can put in here. Boom. Oh, the link. There'll be a link for it in the show notes. I kind of like doing this. This is kind of fun. I wasn't sure I was going to have a lot of fun doing this today. Like, oh, it's been a while. I haven't talked about anything really cool. So what could be kind of cool? This is kind of fun. I'm enjoying this, especially this topic. See, that's a good one, Scott. That does make sense. See, the camera is here, of course, but I'm looking at the second screen here. And one day we'll have a third screen. One day a third screen will be here next to the microphone. That's when I know I'll be done. I mean, I'm not lying. I got 2 screens at work. I need a third screen at home. I need more. I just need more. So here we go. So does anybody else have any cool ideas that they'd want to think for third party? I mean, there's something I want to do. And the one I've been toiling, and I do mean toiling in my head has been Time Thief with Machine Smith. And I keep thinking, what can I do with that? I mean, like, temporal clones maybe, or temporal armor. I don't, it can go a lot of different ways. I'm really not sure. I don't know. But I want to do something cool. Oh, I did say Time Thief, didn't I? Yes, I got to include Time Thief. The Time Thief is probably one of the best known classes and I always get this confused. I think Owen came up with it first. Hey, I'm gonna mess this one up. That's all right. Not the first one to mess something up. I think Owen came up with this first. I'm gonna get this. Or boom. But to the bottom. Yeah, Super Genius came up by Owen, so Owen did come up with this. And I think that Right Publishing did some stuff on top of it with their Task Shaper, which really is based on the Taskmaster, which is still a cool idea. But I thought would make a cool class, which did. So Owen did this whole Time Thief class that's done very, very well, and a lot of people have used it. I've used it for a couple ideas. The basic idea being the mode of time. It's the one unit that you use, you steal. That's kind of how the original Protean Scribe kind of developed out of, which we kind of got the idea from this. Oh, let me phrase that. The idea I initially came with, not the one that you usually see. The one I initially came with, I had it more set up like a Time Thief. It's just kind of fit that way when I was building it. But thank God there's smarter designers than me who can actually design things and not just my crazy, stupid ideas. So, boom. So the Time Thief is another one that I think is got a lot of great ideas in it. Just the concept building and from just a great standpoint. Oh, let me see. Cavalier Gunslinger. What would you do as a Cavalier Gunslinger? What would that be? I mean, that would just be a fully armed guy. I mean, come on. Jason, it could be so much cooler. And we're talking third-party products. You guys are doing mainstream. I mean, you got, of course, you can't see it here. I've got a ton of Pathfinder books here that have got some classes. How about third-party guys get a little love? Huh? There's some good third-party classes out there. Once again, Time Thief. Time Thief with anything could be awesome. The Malefactor and the Luckbringer, I think, could be a cool class. Boom. Good luck and bad luck. You can run all day with that. I can manipulate rolls this way. And it's like, that's got some cool stuff. I just think I'd even call it Long Shot. That would be the class. Because God knows, oh, God, Long Shot, Marvel Comics, I love you. So, yes, it is pedestrian. We want awesomeness. We want awesomeness, Jason. We want people to be like, that's the best class I've ever heard of. Why didn't someone think of that? Because that's, that's why I like classes. That's why I'm very much, when it comes to making classes, I've always been like, it's got to be something really different. It's got to be something that no one else will see. The time thief, a prime example of that. People have talked about doing some kind of time-based, but I'm saying chronology, but I couldn't get that out. But I think it would be an awesome, awesome, awesome class to do. And a time thief, I think is the best done version of that. The physician was genius. I mean, I do like, come on, alchemist, cleric, that's a good combo. But like, there's so many. I have a sheet I built online at Google, of course, Google Sheets, that lists all the major ones and like what's already done, and thinking like, what would I like to make a cool combination of? What would excite me as a person? The Spellless Ranger, done by not gonna write that one. See what happens when you start talking about stuff like this? You get like, oh, there's cool ideas. Oh, I didn't think about this. The Spellless Ranger, which is a great idea that came from Cobalt. I don't even know if it's on D20. Let's see if it's on D20. PFSRD. That's another thing. The D20 PFSRD is so useful for stuff like this. I think it's awesome. Boom, it's in there. See? FYI, a little sidetrack, a little crazy, but it's a little very interesting thing. I have noticed if you place up a product at D20 PFSRD, yeah, people go over and look at it, but whatever. That product usually sells better than the majority of the products you put out. It is a weird, weird thing. I don't get this. I don't really understand it. If you give away the product for free, it seems to sell better. Fundamentally, it goes against everything I can think of as a business person, but it's proven itself. It's proven itself true in many cases. So it's like, I don't get it, but it works. So that's why we follow. That's why we do it. So that's kind of cool. So boom, there's a class for you people can enjoy. So yeah, even Machine Smith's, Spellless Ranger, that could be interesting. Well, even Spellless regular Ranger. See, there's so many things you can do. There's so many cool things that are available from a creative standpoint. And I think if anything, we're all smart enough to try different things. Like now I guess I have to put up D20 PFSRD in my links. Wasn't really planning to it, but I always talk about it. I talk about it a lot because, I use them a lot. If you did not know that. Yeah, with some people who don't use it a lot, which I'm like, why would you not use it? The information is really there. It's cross-reference. Saves you a lot of time, and it's well done. Of course, you can buy the books that you're looking for. So, just a thought for people who don't want to do it. I don't know why, but whatever. I'm not going to get upset with them. Where's the link? So they have classes. If you're looking at the site, they have tons of classes right here on one, I guess the right-hand side, depending on you're looking at it. My left-hand side, let's put it that way. And they give you all the classes that Paizo's done, which is a ton of them. Paizo's done a ton of classes. If you did not know, there's a ton of them. And when you see them there, it's like, wow, there's a lot of classes. And the core classes, and the base classes, and the alternate classes, and the hybrid, and the Unchained, and the occult classes. And then you add prestige classes on top of that. It can get kind of hectic. And then you go, oh, I want to put some third-party ones. And, it can get busy. It can get very busy very quickly. But I think, it's third-party content, classes. We'll just do classes. God, there's going to be a ton of them. And there's a ton of them. There's a ton of them. And some of these, I think, are old classes. Some are new. Some have been on for a long time. Like Cobalt has their Battle Scion, their Elven Archer, there's Avant, the Shaman, which now there's a Shaman, so I don't know if that's going to work well. The Spellless Ranger, which I still think is a brilliant idea. The White Necromancer, another great idea. Myself, Monster Trainer, which I thought was cool. Paizo Fans United did a Wolf Shifter, which I also think that'd be a kind of cool class you can work with. And the other part of this is kind of like, is that some of these classes are now been kind of defunct because of, new books coming out. So, you've got the Medium, the Occultist. It's just like, you can't use that anymore. Someone's already done that. But then there's stuff that hasn't been done. Luckbringer. I still think Luckbringer is a good one. Task Shaper, another good one. And Rogue Genius, and I think Super Genius is separate. No, Rogue Genius has a ton of their stuff. But they have stuff like Shaman. Shaman's already been done. Helion, which became, what did Helion become? The Helion became, anybody? Yeah. Future. Let's see. Oh, sorry, people are writing. Because we need a strong binding theme. Scott, I think, all right, Scott just wrote this and maybe I should read it out loud. Hybrid classes really need a strong binding theme to bring them together. I think jamming things together that don't seem like they belong together make it awesome. Case in point, This is for you, Indira Gale. Peanut butter and chocolate in a Reese's peanut butter cup is the greatest thing ever. She thinks it's the worst thing ever. I think she might be the devil. So if you're watching, I'm talking about you. So how can she, and she doesn't like them. She's like, she doesn't like peanut butter and chocolate together. What kind of person would say that? Research plays a racial build on points of. That's an interesting idea, Jason. See, that's a cool thing. A lot of people get tied into making classes, just making generic classes. Like, oh, I can make classes all day long. And I'm like, yeah, don't make crappy classes. We already have a ton of those. Let's make some awesome classes. Let's do classes when people go, wow, I played this class and it was really cool, and I did things I never thought was possible for the game. That's why real estate, I've only done 2 classes. We did the Machine Smith because I wanted a good like tech-based spell casting class that made sense to at least me. And the inspiration for that was The Alchemist, which I was like, ooh, that's a kind of cool idea. We can do the same thing kind of with machinery. And that's how it kind of spun out of the original idea. And the Protean Scribe was actually from a friend of ours, friend of the show and friend of ours, Brian, who runs Adventure Game Store, aka Dragon's Lair, down here in Davie. He said, you should do a class that kind of affects the play of the game, but not like a bard, but does you can actually directly affect what goes on in the game by making things. Not that, and that's kind of how the Protean Scribe came out, which is a great idea. I think the idea was solid. So I was like, oh, let's try it. Let's see what we can do. And of course, now we have something cool. I don't want to do like another, like I said, I don't need another swordsman. Oh, it's another fighter variation with a sword. I don't want to do that kind of stuff. I want to do classes that are really relatively change the play of the game in a different way. And maybe not every class has to be combat based. Don't get me wrong. I think some could be cool role playing if you could find a way to really tie that in. Because most people are looking for more combat things to do. Look at me in action. I'm doing this cool thing. But if the role playing, maybe you do more role playing than action. Maybe find a way to develop and go, hey, I'm doing this really cool role playing thing that makes my character even cool that you don't always see. This is why bards always amaze me. People play bards with instruments. I always thought bards are politicians. Speaking, that could be kind of cool. I'm running the entire thing, and I'm just doing my talking. I think that's where it's kind of awesome. Things like that. There's tons of cool ideas out here. There's tons of things to cover. There's tons of things to mash up to do cool things. I just think it's you just got to take a second and think about it. How would you do it the best way? What would you make it different? And go away from more the what people expect. Like I don't want to call this company out, but I really am like ugh. It's very much like I'm doing a Beastmaster or a Bounty Hunter or a Corsair or a Gladiator. It's like that's too generic. There's nothing, This also goes with my whole belief system on naming things. People name certain things like monsters. They give them like these unpronounceable names. I'm like, well, how would you name it like that? And someone like me is horrible at like pronunciation. I'm like, dude, give me something simple. We did one of our monsters, Annihilation Sphere. Geez, I wonder what that's about. The name needs to be descriptive and to the point. And Annihilation Sphere is a sphere-shaped, multicolored thing. And I guess, wonder what it does? Annihilation. That's how simple it should be. It should be that kind of like connection. I've done it with some of the races I've built. Why'd you call this race this thing? Like Sasori. Why'd you call it Sasori? We bastardized the Japanese version of the word scorpion. Oh, you don't have to rocket science this and give it some crazy name. Get something that makes sense, makes connection. People have a connection. Boom. Descriptive is better than exotic. Yeah, you ain't kidding, Scott. But some of these guys get crazy with some of the naming they do, and I'm like, what are you naming that for? Who'd want to name it that? Ugh. So there you go. But yeah, so there you go. So I'm thinking about that kind of stuff. Thinking about classes. Thinking about doing a book. I've actually pitched an idea or two to some people. I pitched to my regulars, but they're too busy doing awesome stuff. I don't want to announce what Jeff Lee told me. I'm telling you, just Jeff Lee pitched me something today, and I'm like, sold American. Literally. He said, I got a great idea. And he tells me, and I'm like, sold, done. Don't even think about it. So that'll probably be coming out sometime, probably at the end of the month, if not next month at the earliest. So there you go. So that's it. And I'm over my time. It's been like 20 minutes. And see what happens when you come back? You get crazy. I like apostrophes. Scott saying too many apostrophes. I got a race called the Patan. Tan. So nothing wrong with apostrophes. Gem Hadar. Boom. It's got to have that little sound in there, okay? That's important. You don't even understand. You don't even get it. You don't understand. It's crazy out here with Porter. All right. So we're gonna be done for the evening. Tomorrow will probably be comic book day, but it won't be probably because I'm gonna be rushing around. This is gonna be a very tough week for me. I'm doing some big project at work that's huge, that goes live on Sunday. If it works out right, I don't even know if it's gonna work out right. So that's kind of scary, but I'm laughing about it. So whatever, man. That's another problem. That's another problem for another day. You know, that's a next week problem. I'm dealing with today's problem. That's it. I gotta check my thing. Who's writing me? People writing me stuff. All right. Whew. All right, that's it. I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna get some water on Thursday, and it's so hot in my house. And for everyone living in the frost and cold areas, it's so hot in my house. I had to turn on the AC. So that's a little Florida love I'm giving it to you. That's why I do you. All right. So we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll talk about some more fun stuff. I think I'm gonna talk more game stuff tomorrow too. I'm in the mood. I'm just very much talking about ideas and concepts and building. I don't want to talk about any boring stuff. You know, let's talk about some fun stuff. Go tell your friends. It's awesome. Oh, and as always, you know, if you're looking at this YouTube, it's funny when you see Facebook, it's backwards. If you're looking at this YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Subscribing is very important. Subscribing is how I get to live the lavish lifestyle I do. I mean, look, man, you think this shirt was expensive? Of course it was. I had to pay and do stuff to get this shirt. So I need that money. I need that money. That's how hustlers live. All right. I'm out of here. You all have a good day, and I'll talk to y'all later.